What's up, subscribers? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Aurora stock, ticker ACB. We'll be discussing some recent news around the company, taking a look at the chart and doing some technical analysis, and then discussing my short and long-term price predictions. But first, before we get started, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so that you can be entered into the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And be sure to check out the links in the description to get your free shares of stock from Robinhood and Webull if you haven't already. With all of that being said, grab a cup of coffee or your favorite beverage of choice and let's jump into it. For those of you who aren't familiar with Aurora, it is a Canadian company that specializes in the production of Michael Jackson. Aurora is headquartered in Edmonton and trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange as well as the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker ACB. Aurora has multiple production facilities, sales licenses, and operations in 25 countries. They have been trading on the New York Stock Exchange since October of 2018 under the ticker ACB. After significant expansion in their operations in 2018, the company reduced expenses in the second half of 2019 when the Canadian recreational market had low sales due to excessive inventory and uncompetitive pricing. Recently, this year in February, co-founder and chief executive Terry Booth resigned, being replaced by executive chairman Michael Singer as interim CEO. 2020 has been a tough year for Aurora. Earlier this year in May, Aurora was facing delisting on the New York Stock Exchange as its shares fell to under $1 per share. In order to counteract this, Aurora had to resort to doing a reverse stock split. This came on the tailwind of multiple episodes of shareholder dilution as Aurora acquired multiple competitors in order to expand its global brand. More recently, however, Aurora has seen multiple catalysts that have helped to propel its stock price, with the most notable being the passing of the MORE Act this past week in the House of Representatives. Here in the United States, we continue to see Michael Jackson grow on the state level, with multiple states during the recent election choosing to clear it for recreational use. If we also see the Senate pass the MORE Act, this could mean enormous potential for the industry as a whole. The United States is a much larger market than Canada, and we could see enormous growth across the entire industry. And personally, I think that it makes sense to pass it on a federal level. At a time where we have seen revenues decrease dramatically because of the pandemic, it makes sense on a federal level to pass the MORE Act to increase that tax revenue. Taking a look at ACB's stock chart, we can see that at the time of recording this video, it is trading at just under $10 per share. Taking a look at the 1-month chart, we can see that ACB was trading around $7 per share until the end of November, where we saw a huge uptrend, and now it has settled into trading around the $10 to $11 range. Taking a look at the more recent 5-day chart, we can see that ACB has been in a downtrend, and it fell briefly below $9.60 a share before shooting back up to test that $10 resistance level. Now, in the short term, I certainly could see ACB pulling back to test that $9.60 mark again, but I believe that it has strong support at that level, and I certainly could see ACB surpassing that $10 resistance line in the short term, especially if we get more news coming out to serve as a catalyst. Now, while it is certainly difficult to make short-term predictions, looking at ACB in the long term, I believe that they have well positioned themselves to be a dominant industry leader. Now, certainly they hurt shareholders in the short term with all of this dilution in order to fund their acquisitions, but in the long term, I believe that this will help to propel ACB to be one of the industry leaders, and I certainly could see the stock price at least doubling, if not tripling, within the next few years. What are your thoughts on ACB? Where do you see it going in both the short term and the long term? Be sure to comment down below and let me know what you think. As a reminder, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a certified financial planner. I'm a resident physician with an interest in personal finances and investing. Please make sure you're doing your own research before you make any financial decisions. If you haven't already, be sure to check out this video about how to participate in our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And please be sure to smash that like button and click on the subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm and to help support my channel. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.